We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fantasy. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, Aromas. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to Reanimation Scheme. We are here during our little meeting, and Lord Waven here hasn't spoken up about anything, which seems very much like him. Like, what is he gonna ask us? I tense, casting my gaze downwards at my lap. I don't speak immediately because I know I must be very careful with my words from now on. I can't let it slip that I've somehow summoned a rules-defying spirit which I could not send back to the spirit realm. I can't risk being seen as an anomaly. Anomaly? Who knows what the authority would do to me if they become desperate about the situation with the spirits? Experimentation, using me as a scapegoat for the crisis. I don't want trouble. I don't want to play any part in this mess. I always fear that someone can read my mind in this game. At this point in time, it's unwise to stand out, especially when it's my turn to protect Sebastian.
Well...
That morning, I woke up early to tackle the list of clients whose reanimation rights are still waiting. All was well until I hesitate. Should I mention the near-death experience when my magic was drained? I suppose it could be a piece of useful knowledge for the death mages, and I do want the situation to be resolved as quickly as possible. If only I could send Jory back to the spirit realm and lead the headquarters. So after the brief pause, I launched into a detailed description of what happened that morning. Cavados listened attentively, occasionally lifting his quill to jot down some keywords on the papers in front of him. Meanwhile, Lord Waven remains quiet, but I can feel his focused gaze on me that lets me know not a single word I've said has escaped his attention. Another minute later, I finish my story, sucking in a much-needed deep breath. I stare at Cavados, waiting for his response. Hoping none of my nerves are showing, I press my chilled fingers together in my lap. Please let them mess up my story. Surely they can't and won't suspect anything amiss, right? I see. That is most curious indeed. You have my gratitude for sharing your experience in such detail, Mr. Lisco.
Yes.
It's my pleasure. Cavados nods. He looks like he's about to speak again. The sound of someone clearing his throat beats him to it. Oh, is Lord Waven speaking? I start lifting my head to look at the only other person in the room, Lord Waven. My apologies for interrupting, but I have a few questions for Mr. Lisco. Cavados' eyebrows pinched together, but it quickly suppresses the flare of annoyance with a courteous smile. But of course, Lord Waven, please go ahead. Oh, Ziana, no! I have a feeling I'm not going to like
Lord
this.
Lord Waven.
Yes, Lord Waven?
Ms. Talisco.
Why was the authority not informed of the event earlier? I narrow my eyes in response to his icy tone. My lord, if you recall, the event involved my being 1 inch away from death. Forgive me if my first thought was to rest and recover my magic rather than contact the headquarters. And your second thought? Is he serious? His intent gaze upon me tells me that he is indeed very serious.
Well...
You see, by the time I woke up from my sleep, it was already late into the night. Then I found a letter from the authority on my doorstep, so I decided to wait until I come to the headquarters before making the report. Besides, Lord Waven, I originally thought it was caused by a mistake on my part. I didn't want to bother the headquarters with such a minor matter. Oh, okay. Lord Waven makes a non-committal sound and doesn't reply further. I had to resist the urge to roll my eyes.
Right.
Well, is that all, my lord?
No.
Not quite. You're rather late to arrive at the headquarters. Upon hearing these familiar words that he's already said to me once before, I frowned and let out a sigh. And I just explained why. I only woke up and saw the letter when it was very late at night. I had to wait until morning to set off for the capital. I suppose that is a valid explanation. However, he frowns, not forces. He frowns regarding me with a cold stare. I swear I can feel the temperature in the room fall sharply.
Ms. Talisco?
Are you certain of the truthfulness behind your words, Mr. Lisco? My heart gives a lurch. Hiding my panic, I pipe back a gasp and let righteous anger fill my words instead.
What in the name of Ziana?
Sorry, but are you accusing me of lying? Even Cavados seems shocked by this turn of events. Lord Waven, why do you ask such a question? Is there something I'm unaware of? Lord Waven pays Cavados no mind, his focus remaining on me. What you experienced with the spell is unheard of. I look towards Cavados for confirmation and he nods. It's true, no other mage has reported such an whatever. Well, just because something is unheard of doesn't mean it doesn't exist. The spirit's disappearance or our inability to summon spirits, whichever it is, was unheard of before 2 days ago. It still happened. Yet your described event does not make any sense from what we know of how magic works. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Cavado's frown as he ponders over Lord Waven's words. That is true. If you fail to summon a spirit, your magic essence should not have been drained, particularly to the brink of death. The spell should have ended on its own when it lacks enough magic essence to sustain its channeling. Moreover, it's not possible for a spell to break free from the caster's control. This doesn't sit well with our current knowledge of magic theory. Well, how about I'm just special? My anger grows and I have to take another deep breath to remain calm. This part of my story is actually the truth. All I did was leave out the portion about Jory. How dare they not believe what happened to me? Well, this whole problem with summoning spirits doesn't either. None of this makes any sense in the first place. Well, not entirely true. If the spirits have vanished from the spirit realm, then it's at least consistent with our theories of magic. The spirit summoning spell fails because it cannot reach any existing spirits. If that's the case, then our questions are where the spirits have gone and how to remedy the problem. It wouldn't be a question of the rules of magic. I don't know what to say to that. My mind is starting to blink in my panic, but suddenly Andreas' frustrated rambling earlier at the library pops into my head.
No.
Or maybe the problem isn't me. Maybe it's that mages are too restricted by what they've learned of the theories of magic. Once the words have started flowing, I can't stop them. I repeat what I can remember of what Andreas said at them. This is why research on magic has stagnated so much in recent years. A scholar's way of thinking is limited by what they already know. Maybe you should stop relying on the existing schools of magic theory to explain everything. Both Cavados and Lord Waven stare at me in surprise, as if they've never seen me before. I can't help but feel a twinge of satisfaction. Thank you, Andreas. Thank God I went to him and listened to him. That is a bold claim to make, Miss Talisko. Regardless, it's one that is out of the scope of this meeting. Miss Talisko, are you certain you never saw a spirit, however faint its form, be summoned by a spell before it went wrong? Cavados peers at me with thoughtfulness, and I quickly consider my options. No, I have to stick to my story. Not only would it be suspicious if I changed my words now, but it would also bring on further unwanted questions about the spirit I summoned. I'm speaking nothing but the truth.
I disagree.
Fuck.
Lord Waven.
I assure you,
Ms. Talisko.
there's something you're not telling us. His green eyes pierce into mine. Can you read my brain? And I instinctively tear my gaze away. I don't like the feeling of being seen through.
No.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Her no, the way she said no did not sound confident at all. Maybe. Lord Waven doesn't let me finish my sentence.
I do not care for your excuses.
So like you, royalty behavior. I'm not making excuses. Until you're willing to be honest, please remain within the city for investigation. It takes a bit for Lord Waven's words to sink in. When they do, I leap from my seat with a gasp of outrage. Are you placing me in confinement under lock and key?
No.
Your freedom is simply restrained to the boundaries of the capital. How's that any different? I stare at Lord Waven in disbelief, but he seems unfazed by the accusation in my eyes. Cavadas finally speaks up concerning lining wrinkles on his face. Lord Waven, is this necessary? Is this not a bit extreme?
Yes.
Mages are expected to stay in the headquarters until further notice in the first place. But they're at least allowed to leave the city for personal business as long as they return to the headquarters. Cavadas' frown deepens, but he doesn't say anything further against Lord Waven's suggestion.
Understood.
I guess. It's completely out of line. How should I react? Dude, turn to Cavados for help. He's not gonna help me because he has listened to Lord Waven. No, who the fuck is Lord Wayne? This is unacceptable. They deserve a piece of my mind. Try to defend myself. It is unacceptable, but where the fuck am I gonna go anyway to begin with? So we're just gonna defend myself. As much as I like to give them a piece of my mind, I can't. I'm speaking to two of the most powerful men in the magic authority. The only thing I can do is try to defend myself and hope that they will respond to reason. Please. Lord Waven and Mr. Cavados, please listen. What good would it do to me to be... Wait, what? What good would it do me to be untruthful and withhold information? Trust me, I want this situation to be resolved just as much as the two of you. After all, I'd be out of the job otherwise. I leaned forward and peered at them, hoping that they can see the sincerity in my eyes. Unfortunately, Lord Waven is impossible to get through to. Typical. He continues to stare at me coolly, his arms folded across his chest. If you're truly being truthful, the investigation will clear your name. Until then, it will be in your best interest to cooperate.
Lord Waven.
Motherfucker. He remains indifferent to my attempt to persuasion. To my disappointment, Cavados doesn't speak up either, perhaps deferring to Lord Waven's higher rank and authority. I can't believe this.
Understood.
I grit my teeth, but in the end I have no other choice. But I'll make you regret it. With that word as my last mental promise, I stalk out of the room. Oh shit! This is the end of the demo. Thank you for playing. Support us on Kickstarter October 4th, which has already passed because I think I'm uploading this in the middle or near the end of October. So the game's already out. Oh shit. I don't know if this is gonna be out. Well, it's gonna be out before the Kickstarter ends for sure. There's actually, they posted a quiz. If you guys want to check out their Twitter, they posted a quiz on who is your romantic interest if you take the quiz, and guess who I got? I got Sebastian, which is not one of the love interests that is out currently. He's only gonna be made into a love interest as well as Jory if they meet a certain Kickstarter funding amount, which I don't know the amount, but as always, everything is linked down below. Their Kickstarter, the game to download, it's all down there for you guys. If you guys do pledge for this game, thank you so much for giving them all the support. I definitely wish I could support them, but I honestly can't due to financial things being set up, because you know what else comes out in November, which is when the Kickstarter ends? Pokemon comes out in November. The last DVD set of Sailor Stars Part 2 comes out, so I pre-ordered that in November. Christmas is coming, so I've been buying gifts, and one gift is... Wait, I don't want to say it out loud, because I don't know if my friends watch these episodes. They probably don't, but in case if they just suddenly want to click on this specific video, I pre-ordered them something as well that comes out in November. Great! Great! And I'm definitely going to try to get the DLC for Fire Emblem. So your girl has a lot of things already taken out for November. So if you guys do support Reanimation Scheme, thank you for pledging on my behalf and for everyone's behalf that can't donate. Thank you guys for watching this demo. I really enjoyed the art, the story, the music. It's very beautiful, and the slight voice acting, which is adorable. I don't think it's gonna be fully voice act. There's gonna be slightly voice act. If I do end up eventually getting this game, or if the developers end up giving me the game, I for sure am going for our best friend, Aldreus. Our best friend for sure. I'll definitely go for him, just because he's our best friend, our childhood best friend. Lord Waven, he's technically the guy that I go for in visual novels, but I'm not actually attracted to him, surprisingly. I'm very attracted to our very quiet bookworm of a childhood friend. So thank you guys for watching. Ooh, shoot. Definitely tell me who you guys will go for. They're actually all on this screen right here, minus Sebastian and Jory, wherever he is, and he's invisible. So definitely tell me, guys, tell me who you guys would go for. So thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the future.
Touch it,